7th century. The earliest known recorded language in history is that the Sumerian language, originating in southern Iraq, Sumer Babylonia, 28, during the 3rd millennium BC. A really intimate cultural symbiosis developed between the Sumerians of the south and also the Akkadians to further north and central Mesopotamia, within which there was very widespread bilingualism of both peoples able to speak the Sumerian and Akkadian languages. 29. The Syriac language, which originated in Mesopotamia. Moreover, as Christianity has been present in Iraq since the primary century, which was introduced by Thomas the Apostle. Christians in Iraq are one amongst the world's oldest continuous communities within the world, and after Palestine, Israel, Iraq is the location of the foremost biblical history than the other country within the world. Before the appearance of Islam to Iraq, the bulk of the population who inhabited Iraq followed various branches of Eastern Christianity, Judaism or indigenous ancient Mesopotamian religions. The pre-Islamic people of Iraq included people from various ethnic groups in Mesopotamia. Syriac Christianity first emerged in Upper Mesopotamia, and also the Nestorian Church, Church of the East, and its successor churches were established within the major ancient Mesopotamian Greek-Persian city of Salois-Ctesiphon in central southern Iraq. The primary Arab kingdom outside Arabia was established in northern Iraq within the 2nd century, and was called the Dominion of Araba. Additionally, the Lakemids were Arabs present in parts of central southern Mesopotamia from the 3rd century until the Islamic conquest. The Lakemids were Nestorian Christians following Syriac Christianity, and were bilingual in both Syriac and Arabic, and contributed greatly to the Church of the East. 31. Iraq boasts an expensive and vital contribution to Christian history, specifically Eastern and Syriac Christianity, which has been the foremost dominant branch of Christianity in Iraq since its establishment for over 15 centuries, and is one amongst the biggest within the greater geographic area region, Mesopotamia and also the Levant as a full. The Lakemids of Mesopotamia have also played a key role in Arab history. It had been within the Arab Syriac Christian capital of Al-Hira, where the alphabet of the Arabic language was standardized. Additionally, during the Arab and Islamic Golden Age, Iraq and also the capital Baghdad became the center of the scientific world for hundreds of years, where the people of the region excelled within the development of medication, biology, physics, chemistry, astronomy, mathematics, agriculture, economics, architecture, sociology, literature, art, poetry and philosophy, and included not only Arabs and Muslims, but also Persians, Syriacs, Christians, Nestorians, Assyrians, Armenians, et al., from various ethno-religious backgrounds, which formed an integral part within the cultivation of Arab civilization, of which Iraq and its cultural diversity has played a key and major role in. Following the Islamic conquest of Persia and Mesopotamia within the 7th century, an oversized proportion of the indigenous Syriac, Persian and other non-Arabic-speaking people of Iraq who largely practiced Eastern Christianity, Judaism or ancient Mesopotamian religions, became Muslims and were Arabized, eventually adopting the Arab identity with their religion, despite the bulk of them not being ethnic Arabs. 39, 40, together with the Arabized Mesopotamian natives, the minor migrations that came about during the rule of successive Islamic dynasties, and also the pre-Islamic Arabs who had lived within the country centuries before, the Arabic-speaking people of Iraq would eventually become the present-day Iraqi Arab ethnos. Despite Arabization of an oversized proportion of the Mesopotamians, a Christian group of indigenous people from Mesopotamia resisted Islamization moreover as Arabization, retaining their Syriac religion and language to the present day. This group would become the present-day Chaldo-Assyrian peoples of Iraq, who compose the bulk of Iraqi Christians. Mesopotamian Arabic developed because the dominant language within the country, and may be a Syriac substrate, and also shares significant influences from ancient Mesopotamian languages of Akkadian, Sumerian and Babylonian, moreover as other local and geographic region languages like Persian, Turkish and Greek. Mesopotamian Arabic is alleged to be the foremost Syriac-influenced dialect of Arabic, because of Syriac having originated in Mesopotamia, and spread throughout the centuries geographic area during the Mesopotamian Neo-Assyrian period, eventually becoming the coin of the complete region for hundreds of years before the spread of the Arabic language. Mesopotamian Arabs and Assyrians are the biggest Semitic peoples of Iraq, sharing significant similarities in language between Mesopotamian Arabic and Syriac, and Kurds are the biggest Iranic ethnos. Sharing similarities in language with the opposite Iranic peoples within the country, like the Yazidis and Shabaks. Iraqi Turkmen are the biggest Turkic ethnos within the country. Studies indicate that the various ethno-religious groups of Iraq and Mesopotamia share significant similarities in genetics, which Iraqi Mesopotamian Arabs, who compose the bulk of Iraqis, are more genetically associated with other non-Arab populations within the region like Assyrians, Kurds, Iranians and Turks, than they are to Arabs of the Arabian Peninsula. Iraq today remains one amongst the foremost multicultural countries within the region, with various indigenous peoples. Moreover, as a various number of diasporic communities from around the world who have chosen to create Iraq their home over the centuries. The population was estimated to be 40,194,216 in 2018 residing in Iraq, and over 10 million living within the diaspora, with most of the population being Mesopotamian Arab, 75%, followed by Kurds, 20%, Chaldo-Assyrians, 10-15%, 500,000 plus in Iraq to over 2 million in total with diaspora numbers, Afro-Iraqis, 1 million, Yazidis, 500,000-900,000, and Shabaks, 300,000-500,000. Other minorities include Iraqi Armenians, Mandeans, Romanis, Dubs, Kalya, Indian descent, Ajan, Persian descent, Circassians and Chechens, North Caucasian descent, and Al-Iraqis are 60-65% Shiite, 35-40% Mohammedan, 10-15% Christian, majority of whom are Syriacs, but also Greek Orthodox and Melkite Catholic Arabs, 1.4% Yazidi, and several other indigenous faiths. The most spoken languages are Mesopotamian Arabic, which serves as the official formal language, which is taught and spoken by all those living in Iraq, followed by Kurdish, Syriac and Iraqi Turkish languages being spoken regionally. The percentages of the different ethno-religious groups residing in Iraq vary from source to source due to the last Iraqi census having taken place over 30 years ago. A new census of Iraq is planned to take place in 2020 in which the populations of each ethno-religious group in Iraq will be clearly defined.